And then I guess let's talk about your school life. So you've moved around. I suppose let's kind of jump through most of it. But the last couple of years at school, you mentioned you went to the Southport School
Yeah.
on the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
How did you end up there?
Yeah. So before that, I lived in a small town called Alice Springs in the Northern Territory, and I didn't really enjoy it. It was for
Can't
like
imagine there was too many Asian
yeah,
influences around.
yeah, like no, yeah. In terms of football as well, like just didn't really enjoy it.
Yeah,
And then, but thankfully there was a guy there that used to work at TSS.
right.
And then I just had a chat to him saying like, yeah, I really don't really I want to move out.
How
And
old were
like,
you at this point?
I was 14 at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, I knew because I'd been to like previous schools that were also really football orientated. I knew like there's definitely schools out there that are like environments out there that are way better than what I'm in right now. So I had a chat to him and then yeah, pretty much just worked really hard for that whole year, and then thankfully he knew a lot of people in the Gold Coast because he'd like lived there before, and then thankfully he was able to like get me a trial at TSS, and then yeah, it all worked out.
Was
So
he a teacher at your school?
he was a coach, so
Oh,
he did coaching his whole life, but he just lived in Alice Springs at the time,
yeah.
and yeah, coincidentally just all worked out.
And then what does the trial entail? Did you have to fly to the Gold Coast and do some
Yeah,
drills or something?
yeah, it was like I had to go like 3 or 4 times in that year, just for like trials. Like I'd join in like team training, so I'd just do like a week joining in their team, and then pretty much their coach would just watch, and it was very intimidating
Oh, of
going
course.
in like being 14. But yeah, I really wanted to like change my environment, so that's pretty much what I had to do.
Man, that's impressive at that age to
Yeah.
know that you need to change and then actually go after it
Yeah,
and get
yeah.
it.
I think it helped that I was previously at a school that was really like football orientated, so I knew it was like possible because I had friends also at my old school that were going for scholarships at that age or like even a little bit older. So yeah, I knew there was stuff out there, so that probably helped a lot.
So what was the experience like being at TSS?
Um, it's very posh, very like typical TSS. Like everyone's image of TSS is pretty bang on, but the kids inside are like just kids. So like we all like, especially in, like boarding and stuff, we always used to like muck around. Like
Yeah.
it's nothing like different to any other school. Like school, like education wise as well, it's just a school. So like
Yeah.
what you learn isn't any like better than like a public school. But I think it's just the people you meet and the name value of being able to go to TSS is